All right, lots happening here as we get ready to head towards Memorial Day weekend. Busy week for SEC baseball fans and some summer like weather going to greet us here as we move forward. So, Alabama weather headlines, it's summer like, okay? We go from, we had 40s in several spots last week to now our overnight lows are in the 60s and 70s. We will have daily pop ups. We'll have some decent coverage in northwestern parts of Alabama, and we could be looking at some rain. Statewide, Memorial Day, again, the rain a welcome sight for those who have been, rain deprived. For others, maybe not wanting the rain. So let's start with the upper air look here. This is midweek. You're going to notice the actual jet stream is well off to the north. But what we're looking for here are these little short waves, is what we call them, the little ripples in the atmosphere that can create, scattered convection. There's no frontal forcing, really. There's certainly no upper air support. We'll have a stalled boundary here, and you can kind of see where the wind's aloft, these little kinks right here. So this is Thursday. You got one short wave over the Appalachians. You got another back here in the middle of the country. And these are going to conjure up, widespread convective thunderstorms here. We'll see more on Friday as well as into Saturday. And again, the actual jet stays well off to the north. By Saturday afternoon, you were seeing this cutoff low possibly forming over southwestern Texas. We've got a upper level high that'll be moving out of the northeastern Gulf. And this could certainly play a role in the forecast here moving forward, especially if we see this moisture stream coming in here in between these two features. I think our highest rain chances will be later in the week, and some isolated thunderstorms on Memorial Day. It'll be curious to see how this high fares versus this upper low, where that rain placement is going to be here. But either way, it will be warm, it will be muggy, and summer-like. So let's go to our high-resolution modeling here. This is a look at noon on Wednesday. And you'll notice fairly isolated thunderstorms. Again, these are kind of your daily pop-ups. Look back to the west where this is a little bit more organized. That's where we're going to have a stalled surface frontal boundary. So the higher rain totals, rain chances throughout the day will be back to our west in Mississippi, though we will see rain chances across the state. Thursday, some of that leftover moisture, that outflow, a bit of a boundary could set up here as we start the day on Thursday, especially in western Alabama. Otherwise, partly sunny, isolated afternoon thunderstorms. Could see some decent downpours with these 30, 45 minutes, and then they kind of wind down as we lose daytime heating, but that'll be possible throughout the day. You'll also notice southern Alabama, south of that I-85 corridor, east of I-65, south of Montgomery, rain chances not overwhelming. Again, isolated thunderstorms here and there, but the better rain chances are going to be in west and northwest Alabama here through Friday afternoon and evening. And again, we will see a big difference in our rain totals because of that. There's no organized severe threat, of course. These are all convectively driven, though you can have some pretty good lightning with these. So as always, keep an eye out if you're going to be outside. As we head into the Alabama weekend, this pattern continues. So this is a look at rain coverage, potential rain coverage here. You'll notice Wednesday, the highest up near Florence, Huntsville, Hamilton, Russellville, Cullman. Those darker colors stay focused in the northern part of the state on Thursday. Again, showing mainly dry conditions, very low rain coverage in southern and southeastern Alabama. By Friday, again, the northwestern part of Alabama, you're going to have decent coverage. There's going to be a pretty sharp cutoff between the higher rain totals to the west and lesser to the east. So it'll be very interesting to see how this stacks up as we move forward. Saturday looks like the best coverage for north and central as well as west Alabama. Starting to see those higher rain chances shifting a little bit further to the east. And by Sunday, again, it's kind of the same depiction of those higher rain chances, but we drop them. So same locations with the chances of rain, but we take that rain chance down just a little bit. Same deal on Memorial Day. You can see there statewide we have rain chances, but we're looking at more of the isolated to scattered versus that numerous to widespread coverage that we have on Saturday. Look at the Weather Prediction Center's 7-day totals here. And again, this is very resemblant of what we just looked at there, is as those best coverage areas to the north and to the west, lower coverage or lesser coverage to the south and to the east, to the point where there's going to be spotty areas in the wiregrass that might not get much rain at all. And then you're looking at parts of the Birmingham DMA, to the west, it could be upwards of 3-4 inches, and then to the east, right around an inch. So no exact science to this, especially in the summertime with respect to temperatures and rain. And speaking of temperatures here, they're going to be very much tied to rain. So if we stay dry any one of these afternoons, you're looking at highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Should we see rain, it'll be much cooler than that. Thursday's highs here, again, we're looking at better rain coverage in the northern part of the state, so we may have some lower 80s along US 278 and points north of Tennessee Valley. Again, the drier areas to the south and east, upper 80s to low 90s there. By Friday afternoon, we are looking at the potential for pretty good coverage, especially in North Alabama. And we'll again, their highs will be tied to the timing of the rain. By Saturday, we are looking at the same deal, right around 80 degrees across the Tennessee Valley, mid 80s central Alabama, upper 80s in southeastern Alabama. By Sunday, again, no major changes here. The warmest air stays to the south. And by Monday into Memorial Day, much more even statewide. I think we'll have the chance to be in the upper 80s, perhaps low 90s in southeast Alabama. But again, splitting hairs, warm and muggy just about everywhere. All right, how about SEC baseball fans? People always travel well for these. I'm always impressed. Let's start first with the forecast. With respect to Wednesday, this is the second round of action, and some of these games have already been determined as I'm recording this, but we'll just keep it simple. Game one is Mississippi State and Mizzou. Game two, I believe, will be, let's see, I know Vandy's playing in that game, and perhaps Arkansas, or Arkansas might be the later game. Regardless, I had the schedule up earlier. We are looking at the chance of rain increasing later in the day with these games. So know this, if you're going to be out there at the tournament, passing shower, thunderstorm, SEC rules, lightning strike within 8 miles of the stadium. You got to wait 30 consecutive minutes till there's no strikes and then resume the ball game. For the rest of the SEC tournament, at the Hoover Met, impacts are going to be rain driven, obviously. Evening thunderstorms possible really the next several days. I think the most widespread rain day could be Saturday. And Sunday, again, we're towards the end of the forecast period, so that could change. Rain chances look to drop off some by Sunday into early next week. So that's a look at your forecast discussion here as we head towards the middle of the week. Have a great week. I know final days of school for many, some already out for summer, and of course, lots going on here as we head towards the Memorial Day weekend. Y'all be safe. See you next time.